Much has been made about Atlanta being a very different city 19 years after we hosted our last Super Bowl. In fact, you can begin in downtown and you can make your way toward Buckhead. And this city is unrecognizable, not only in terms of its diversity, but also the aquarium. You think about the Human Rights and Civil Rights Museum as well. And you think about how Buckhead has changed. Buckhead is virtually unrecognizable, at least the business district, from what it was in the year 2000.
Yeah, it was a double homicide that took place there that changed a lot of things for it. Investigator Rebecca Lindstrom has that story about the evolution of Buckhead then and now.
When the Super Bowl touched down in Atlanta last, Buckhead was a bit like Jekyll and Hyde. The opulent estates and shopping districts by day, the wild, raucous row of revelers by night.
People could walk up and down the streets, you know, and go from bar to bar.
So what's so bad about that?
Nothing was so bad about that, except for the problems that kind of come with it sometimes.
There were nearly 100 bars packed into 3 blocks. Danny Donovan worked as a bartender at the Cobalt Lounge the night those problems made national news. The Super Bowl was over, but the party was just getting started.
It was amazing. We had 350 sports stars on the guest list.
Baltimore Raven linebacker Ray Lewis among them. As the night came to an end and patrons poured out, 2 men were found stabbed to death. Lewis and 2 associates were the prime suspects. While no one was ever convicted, the community was convinced something needed to change.
It was not safe, frankly.
So business leaders pulled money to install about 24 security cameras monitored by police.
They were put up on corners, primarily in the nightclub area.
The city also ordered the bars to close sooner, and they were eventually closed down to turn the heart of the district's dark side into a shiny shopping mecca.
Which does Rodeo Drive to shame. I mean, it's so much better and bigger.
Buckhead Coalition President Sam Massell says it's just one of the 36 new shopping centers built in the past 2 decades, delayed but not stopped by the recession.
We're sitting in a 29-story building.
With a view of some of the 33 office buildings constructed since the Super Bowl, adding nearly 7 million square feet of new office space.
Apartments, they have actually increased 200% since the Super Bowl was here last.
And there are more on the way. But don't be fooled, Buckhead still has 2 sides. It's just found a better balance.
There's still nightlife, though, in this area.
Oh, yeah. I see it. It's fun, and it's alive, and it's exciting. And
it just may not be as concentrated.
So that's the difference. It's spread out.
There's the West Village and South Buckhead. That's where you'll find Donovan now. He says 1,500 people packed his show at the district on Friday.
And it's still Buckhead.
Oh, it's still Buckhead.
You know, shortly after Buckhead put up those security cameras, Midtown followed.
Yeah, APD now monitors about 8,000 public and private security cameras throughout the city. That is a big difference from 19 years ago. Oh, man,
right.
No kidding.
All right, now we're checking back.